This is an incident from the Ramayana where Lakshman smiled and it drove everyone around absolutely crazy inside their heads. Can you believe it? That a smile from Lakshman drove Lord Ram, Sita, Hanuman, Sugreev, Vibhishan, everybody nuts. When Lord Rama returned from Lanka after his victory with Ma Sita and Hanuman and everyone else, there was a grand ceremony for crowning Lord Rama. Their journey had begun in sorrow and ended in one of the greatest victories ever. The coronation, known as Sri Rama Pattabhishekam, was not just a ritual, it was the beginning of a new age. It was an age when Dharma would be restored and when justice and righteousness would govern the land once more. During the coronation, there is an image that is etched in the minds of most Indians. Lord Rama sits upon the throne, regal, calm, and radiant. Sita is beside him in all her resplendent beauty. To his left stands Lakshmana, his devoted brother, his ever loyal companion through exile, war, and homecoming. And at his feet kneels Lord Hanuman, head bowed, his eyes shining with devotion, the very embodiment of servitude and love. However, while you picture this divine image, I need to tell you that something quite unusual was unfolding at that moment. Lakshman, usually quite composed, was acting a little strangely. His eyes fluttered shut too often to open with a cryptic, almost mocking smile. It was not a sneer, but not quite, but something about it unsettled everyone who noticed it. Rama, who was ever watchful, saw it first. His brow furrowed slightly, his heart still carrying the weight of exile, of battle, of loss, started to whisper doubts. He started to think, does he mock me? Does he remember how I wept in the depths of the forest when Sita was stolen away? Does he recall how my hands trembled, how my cries shattered the silence of the jungle? They call me invincible now, they sing of my strength, my wisdom, my glory. But Lakshman alone knows my sorrow. He alone has seen me broken. Is this amusement in his eyes or judgment? Sita saw it too. An unease knotted in her stomach. She had never truly forgiven herself for the day she accused Lakshmana of coveting her, for forcing him to abandon his post, for sending him away when Rama needed him most. She had let fear cloud her mind, had spoken words that should never have been spoken. Now, seeing that small, knowing smile, she could not shake the feeling that Lakshman had never forgotten it. Does he still hold my words against me, she thought. Does he laugh at my foolishness? Sugreev and Vibhishan too felt the burn of that look. Sugreev had betrayed his own brother, and Vibhishan had abandoned his own blood. Both had found redemption in Rama's service, but they had never escaped the weight of their choices. Lakshman had been unwavering, his loyalty had never wavered, never faltered. Could that smile mean contempt? Even Hanuman, the noblest of all, the warrior of unmatched strength and unbreakable devotion, felt a sting of doubt. I am a mere monkey, he thought, and monkeys are foolish. When I found Sita in Lanka, did I not offer to carry her away, to drag her from her prison, rather than let Lord Rama reclaim her with honor? What a grave mistake that would have been. I nearly reduced Rama to the level of Ravan. But she refused, wise and noble as always. Did Lakshman remember that moment? Does he smile now, thinking of my ignorance? One by one, doubt crept into their hearts. The greatest warriors, kings, and sages of their time, all uneasy, all unsettled. Finally, one by one, they came to Lakshman. Rama was the first. Lakshmana, he said, his voice calm but heavy with unspoken thoughts. Tell me, why do you smile so? He then went on to ask Lakshmana if he was mocking him for his weakness in the forest. when Sita was taken away by Ravana. Lakshman blinked as if startled. He told his brother Rama that it was nothing like that. He had no such thoughts in his head. Next, Ma Sita came to him to ask him why he smiled so. Was it because of her? He looked at his brother, at Sita, at Hanuman, and at all the others, and realized they had all misunderstood. At first, he thought he should just laugh, but then he saw the seriousness in everyone's eyes, the quiet turmoil behind them, and he realized that he had to do something. One by one, Sita, Sugreev, Vibhishan, and Hanuman stepped forward, their expressions mirroring Rama's. They all believed his smile was meant for them. And that was when he decided that he had to tell them. So he spoke. Brother, I have spent 14 years watching over you. Every moment of exile, I kept my eyes open, my sword ready, my senses alert. I did not sleep. I could not sleep. Even when exhaustion took me, I never truly let go, not for a single moment. But today, we stand in Ayodhya. Today, you wear the crown and the city sings your name. Today, we are home. And yet, for the first time in 14 years, I find my eyes growing heavy. I, who have never let myself rest, now struggle to keep myself awake. And I thought to myself, how ironic that now at this moment of triumph, when all of you stand awake and eager, I alone must fight the urge to close my eyes. He let out a breath, smiling, not in scorn, not in mockery, but in simple, pure amusement. That is why I was smiling, dear brother, no other reason, nothing more. Silence fell upon them all. Then slowly the tension in Rama's shoulders melted away. A chuckle escaped him. Then another. Sita's lips parted in surprise, and then she too laughed. Sugreev, Vibhishan, and Hanuman joined them, their voices mixing with the sounds of celebration outside. Each of them, so caught in their own past regrets, had seen a reflection of their own fears in Lakshman's expression. They had believed him to be mocking them, when in truth he had simply been tired. And so as Ayodhya roared with joyous flowers rained from the heavens, and as Rama took his place as king, they stood together, brothers, allies, friends, and laughed at themselves. For at last the war was over, at last they were home, and at last Lakshman could sleep. This is a small incident from the Ramayana, yet it has such an important lesson about perception, self-doubt, and what we tell ourselves. Each character saw Lakshman smile through the lens of their own insecurities, assuming he was mocking their past mistakes. But in truth, his thoughts were elsewhere and had nothing to do with those around him. Tell me, how often do we do the same in our lives? How often do we assume that someone's words, expressions, or actions are about us, when in reality they have nothing to do with us? Our greatest fears often come from within, not from what others think of us. This story reminds us we must not let self-doubt distort reality. Not everything is about us. Sometimes people are simply lost in their own world. Rather than assuming the worst, it's better to ask and understand. True peace comes when we let go of unnecessary burdens from the past. So next time you find yourself overanalyzing someone's words or actions, pause and ask yourself, is this real or just a reflection of my own doubts? So that was the incident of Lakshmana's smile at Lord Rama's coronation. I hope you liked it, and do like, share and subscribe to Mythical Lights so that I can bring you more amazing retellings of mythology from around the world. Until next time.